Welcome. Thank you all for joining us on session number 10 about human services. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you joining us. If you were with us at the 9 o'clock in the morning, I think we've corrected everything. We had a recommendation to restart the computer. We went ahead and redid that, and it seems to be working. Hopefully, we beat technology in this session. Thank you for joining us on the 19th Annual Education and Career Expo. We have a great lineup today for human services. And then if you're able to join us for the 11 o'clock and then 1 o'clock service, it's about health science. So if you have the opportunity, we'd love to have you to learn more about those opportunities. But right now, we're going to get going. The Education and Career Expo is started in 2004, and it provides employers and institutions of higher education the programs of study to be able to share information with juniors and seniors as they prepare to embark on their continued educational path and then prepare them for the workforce. So thank you all so much for being with us. We're going to get started. And right now we have an opening welcome by Dr. Jesus Rodriguez. He is the president of Texas Southmost College, and I'm going to turn my camera off and then push play. Where are you? Play.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Jesus Roberto Rodriguez, and I serve as the president of Texas Southmost College. We are thrilled to be participating with you in this year's Virtual Education and Career Expo. I would like to talk briefly about TSC and the role our college plays in providing life-changing opportunities to our communities. Texas Southmost College was established in 1926. Not only is TSC the oldest institution of higher education in the Rio Grande Valley and the oldest accredited community college in Texas, but we are also the fastest growing community college in the state. Our board of trustees worked hard to make TSC the most affordable institution of higher education in the Rio Grande Valley. Your family can rest assured that they are getting a quality college education at the best value right at home. We like to say that there are many reasons to study local. As our campaign says, never miss the things you love. If your goal is to obtain a baccalaureate degree from a four-year institution, TSC can help you accomplish that goal while allowing you to save money. Remember, your core curriculum courses or basic are more affordable at TSC than at a university, and you can transfer up to 42 semester credit hours. You can also transfer as much as 75% of a baccalaureate degree to qualified universities and programs. So take your time and finish those courses here at TSC on your terms. However, if your goal is to start your career as soon as possible, TSC has a multitude of programs that will provide you with the training you need to do so. We have brand new training facilities with state-of-the-art equipment that can prepare you for a great paying career in as little as 2 weeks. As you participate in this week's webinar, I encourage you to ask questions. Get the most out of this learning experience. Your exhibitors, including our TSC faculty, are all here to help you succeed. Afterwards, I encourage you to speak with your school counselors or academic advisors to take steps for your education. If you haven't already done so, speak with our TSC admissions team about the steps necessary to enroll. Stop by and take a walk around our beautiful historic campus. Remember, TSC is your home. Nuestra casa es su casa. We are here to support the communities that we serve, and we strive to always be the first choice in higher education for you and your loved ones. With that said, I would like to thank RGB Lead and Workforce Solutions Cameron for hosting this remarkable event. Thank you for your time. Stay safe, healthy, and healthy.
We definitely thank Dr. Rodriguez for that information and the opening welcome. As he said, Texas Southmost College is a great choice and a good opportunity for students to stay local um, and have it be affordable. At this time, I want to let me turn off my camera. Actually, now I have a blinking screen on my. Okay, I want to point your attention to the screen that I am sharing, the slide. What this is, it is a page from our labor market report from on behalf of RGV Lead. We produce this every other year, and what we do is we get a big snapshot of occupations, how many annual openings there are in a given date range. So you'll see from 2014 to 2024, along with what education and training you're going to need as you prepare for a potential career in the field for that occupation. So let's take a look just quickly at let's take a look at the counselors, substance abuse and behavioral mental health. The figures or the amounts that you see underneath that is the entry level wage, the average, and then the experience. So that's more or less based on data that we have collected throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Remember, that's everything that's produced in this is for the Rio Grande Valley. It gives you a good snapshot to see more or less what the pay is going to be like as you move forward in being able to plan for your future. We based on the data, we've estimated that there'll be annually about 87 openings a year for substance abuse and behavioral mental health counselors. And then on the education and training, it does say 4 years or 6 years. So what that is, it's a snapshot, and it'll tell you. So 4 years is a bachelor's degree, and then or 6 years is usually a master's degree, or for that position. So you will need a master's degree. You'll see if you look down at social and human services assistants, with theirs on the education and training, you'll see HS, that stands for high school diploma or GE or GED. The OJT stands for on the job training and or 1 year or 2 year. The 1 year is a post-secondary certificate, and those range from a few weeks to 1 year or more. And then the 2 year is an associate or associate applied science degree is required. So in the labor market report that is free for you to utilize, it is on our website, rgvlead.org. We classify everything according to the state standards for CTE instruction. You'll see that on your left-hand side, and what the direction it falls. So this was specifically for human services, and every webinar that we've been hosting, it's specific to the area that we're talking about. So take a look at the report. It's definitely useful for students, for educators, in trying to help your students, as educators decide and help them kind of pick a career path. This is great information. It takes about a year to complete this report. So just know that the individuals and the team that we have working on this do take their time and collect as much data as possible to be able to provide that for you. Next, we have, and she is on the line with us, Tracy Wickett. She's the president and CEO of the United Way of Southern Cameron County, and they have provided a YouTube video, so I'm going to click that and give me a moment. And let me just pause it real quick and make sure I share my screen, the correct screen. And oh, here we go. Okay, everybody should be seeing the screen. Make it big.
My name is Michael Limas, and I'm this year's campaign chair for the United Way of Southern Cameron County. During times of crisis and uncertainty, people band together to support one another. This year is a test of our collective strength. Millions are on lockdown, businesses are closing, and unemployment is on the rise. Now more than ever, it's become increasingly more challenging to feed the kids, pay the rent, or even keep the lights on. United Way and our partners have strategized and pivoted to tackle our community's biggest issue right now, food insecurity. Our United Against Hunger initiative is getting more food to more people more quickly by employing furloughed restaurant workers at food pantries, Meals on Wheels, and local soup kitchens.
I'm Umasita. I'm the Executive Director here at the Good Neighbor Settlement House. Our food program provides hot meals and emergency pantry bags for families in need. In March, we saw a significant increase in demand in our kitchen and food pantry. We found ourselves in a critical state, lacking help and capacity. We received credit to purchase food and got paid volunteers to the Get Shift Done initiative. Together, we have served over 1,500 families with emergency food supplies and have served over 31,000 meals since March.
Hi, my name is Emily Rodriguez, and I am a recent UTR debate graduate. I found myself in a tough spot when the restaurant I worked at closed due to the concerns of the customers and the community. That's when United Way of Summer and Cameron County approached me to coordinate the Get Shift Done program, which is part of United Way of Summer. The Get Shift Done program pays restaurant and service employees like me who have lost their jobs to work at shifts to help provide hunger relief. The workers are paid to do what they do best, get food to people quickly and efficiently. We've hired over 150 workers in our area, giving their income a boost while they lend a hand in different organizations during unprecedented times. United Against Hunger is a partnership led by United Way of Southern Cameron County to battle the food insecurity in our community. It's important work, but it's not the only work we're doing. We're still doing everything we did before the pandemic, but now more than ever before, by bringing together people and organizations that help those in our community who have been hit the hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic and all of the economic hardships that have come with it. We work with all of our community partners every day to make sure that no one in our community goes hungry.
We need your help. Donate today by filling out a pledge form and join the fight. We cannot win this without you. Now more than ever, we must live united.
All right, we definitely appreciate that from the United Way of Southern Cameron County, and we do have. Am I saying that right, Miss Wickett? Is that correct, or did I mispronounce that?
Nope, just like you said.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for being with us. I'm going to share a poll. However, if I'd love for you to share some more information with us. Definitely appreciate all the work that you all do for United Way, especially in Southern Cameron County. I've had experience working with United Way and what you all do, so thank you all so much.
Thanks for including us.
Let me see if there's any questions. So one of the things about United Way that some folks may not realize, and you may correct me if I'm wrong, is you work with a broad base of community organizations and you help with fundraising efforts and then be able to disperse funds to be able to allow these organizations to continue to do stuff, especially in the areas that you serve. Am I correct on that?
Sure, that's kind of a shorthand way of talking about what we do is that we fight for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in our community. One of the ways we do that is through our sort of federated fundraising campaign, where we have access to workplaces and we can solicit employees to give through payroll deduction to support a variety of social services in our community. I want to make sure that you can still hear me because I'm seeing that my connection might be going out.
We do hear you. We do hear you.
Okay, great. So that's just one of the things that we do is support a broad array of social services that are needed in our community by funding programs at different agencies and looking for very specific outcomes for those programs. So, for instance, in financial stability, we fund not just an agency that provides financial counseling, but we actually fund a program that helps people repair their credit. Why is it important for them to repair their credit? Well, if you ever want to buy a home, or if you don't want to fall victim to a predatory lender, it's important that you have good credit. So a good long-term financial outcome for an individual or family would be to have a healthy credit report. Does that make sense?
No, correct. No, that, you know, it makes total sense, especially for those juniors and seniors that are with us. Know that credit is important, along with, you know, everything that United Way does for the social services and what they shared in the video. We definitely appreciate it. I did recognize some of the individuals in your video that you shared, like Mr. Limas. I believe he's a graduate of St. Joe. Real good friend of my cousin's, along with Mrs. Terry Capistan, who is an RGB Lead board member. So we definitely appreciate, you know, what you do, Ms. Wickett, here in the Southern Cameron County portion, because I know there's other United Ways.
You know, it might be that some of the students who are participating are actually volunteers in our volunteer income tax assistance program. Many students who are in CTE train and certify as volunteer income tax preparers every year. Last year, they helped bring back more than $11 million into our community by preparing taxes for people whose family incomes were $57,000 a year or less. Think about the impact of $11 million and the impact on those students. So they got a certification. IRS tax preparer is considered to be a post-secondary certification. They learned about whether or not they enjoyed accounting, whether or not they enjoyed preparing taxes. It could save them a lot of trouble in college if they learn now that that's not their thing. Or if they find out it is their thing, it'll motivate them even more to hurry up and get that degree and start doing what they love full time. So shout out to all the CTE students who are volunteer tax preparers. $11 million is a huge impact. Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Thank you all to the CTE students that did that. And thank you, Ms. Wickett, for joining us this morning. We're going to move on down the line with the next presentation. And let me turn off my camera. Next, we have a video from Alma Herrera. She's the Executive Director of Tipotex Family Outreach. So let me push.
Hi everyone, my name is Natasha Selma and I'm the Baby and Need Program Coordinator. My role in the organization is to provide direct services to teen parents who are between the ages of 12 to 19 years and need additional support to help them become better parents. We help them with basic needs such as clothes, diapers, and other baby essentials. We work on helping them return to school and continue their education, and also connect them into other community resources to ensure that their children's needs are being met.
Good afternoon, my name is Alma Herrera. I'm the Executive Director for Texas Family Outreach. We are a nonprofit organization that is established to help strengthen families and prevent child abuse and neglect by providing an array of supportive services, information, and referrals. Our mission is accomplished through parenting skills classes, home services for teen parents, free counseling, emergency assistance with food and clothing, and helping connect families to other resources to ensure their children's emotional, physical, and developmental needs are being met. My role as Executive Director is to oversee the day-to-day operations of the organization, to ensure efficient implementation of program services, and most importantly, to secure the funds needed in order to sustain our programs and maintain our budget.
Hello everyone, my name is Demi Arango and I'm the Parenting Program Coordinator. My role in this organization is to ensure maintaining of case files, establish contact with the families to offer services, and help connect them to other community resources. How to prepare yourself for career social services? Let's start by you and me. Speaking of different language preferred in Spanish is important for any career because it makes you more marketable.
Volunteer time, visit the different nonprofits and help out with special projects in your community. Make a change. Be a people person, don't be shy. Having good rapport with others is important. Take advantage of your school's supplemental degrees and your school provides this course. It will help you learn more about the nonprofit industry, such as Congress, and discover if a career social services is a lot for you. The most important tips for you today would be never stop learning. Education is the key to success.
We definitely appreciate Tip of Texas Family Outreach for the information they shared with us. Let me see, I don't think I saw anybody join us this morning. There is a question, so and this comes from Ms. Warburton. Natasha Seven is a graduate of TSC's social work program, and she did her volunteer hours at Tip of Texas Family Outreach. She and another student were hired after their volunteer hours. So great information, Ms. Warburton. We definitely appreciate that. As you can see, it came full circle there. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to put a poll up real quick just to see how the session went. I'll give you about 30 seconds. If you can please help us out, we definitely appreciate it. It gives us some feedback in the presentations and how we can continue to move forward for next year. And then Ms. Wicked said that it was funded by United Way of Southern Cameron County. So you talk about full circle right there. Thank you both for sharing that information. All right, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, those that completed the poll. We're going to close the poll. And then next, we have a video from Workforce Solutions Cameron, who is a partner agency for this Education and Career Expo. So thank you to Workforce Solutions Cameron, Mr. Hobbs and his team for assisting us once again this year. Let me open up the YouTube video, and then I am going to make sure that I'm sharing the right screen. And my internet is a little slow. I'm guessing there's a lot of students in class right now. Okay, you should be seeing, let me see. All right, there's Mr. Hodges. All right.
I'm Pat Hobbs, the Executive Director of Workforce Solutions Cameron. I've been on the job about 10 years. Workforce Solutions is a statewide system of 28 boards. I'm one, and I just cover Cameron. It's an employment and training agency through the Texas Workforce Commission. You hear a lot about agencies that will find you work and so forth, and they're pretty good at what they do, but it costs. We do it for free. We've got a statewide work in Texas system that matches employer needs and job seeker qualifications to help you find employment. We have a lot of services for employers. We do referrals, we do free background checks, we do all kinds of things depending on what level the employer wants and needs. In addition to working with dislocated workers and adults and youth, both in school and out of school, we also run the child care program for the state. We pay child care for anyone who's working or going to school. We've got 2 offices, 2 large offices in the satellite in Southmost, a mobile unit that costs $351,000 that goes around to the places to serve people who can't come into our centers in Brownsville. And all the services that you can get in the center, you can get in those other offices. To kind of sum up, I want the viewers to know that Workforce Solutions Cameron is here and available. The number at the Harlingen office, which is at 6th and Harrison, is 423-9266. The number of the Old Alice office, the Brownsville office, right behind United States Post Office is 546-3141. But you're always welcome to call and see how we can help. Because that's what we do.
Oh. All right, we'd like to thank Mr. Pat Hobbs and Sally Bettis and Mr. Henry Castillo, who's actually on with us right now. Mr. Castillo, if you want to jump on camera and join us, or unmute yourself and share any information, we definitely appreciate it.
Great, I'm here, Luis, and as Mr. Hobbs shared in the video, we have a lot to offer here. We are we like to consider ourselves the preeminent employment and training provider in Cameron County. And when I say training provider, we don't actually provide training ourselves. We're not an actual training provider. What we do is we help facilitate individuals that are interested in training by providing financial assistance to help them go to training. So if you're a student who is currently in school and getting ready to finish school and is interested in pursuing some type of post-secondary education or training, we encourage you to visit with us to see if you meet the qualifications for our financial assistance that could provide funding to pay for tuition fees and books for one of approximately 40 different career training opportunities here within Cameron County that are targeted occupations. These are all in demand and growing occupations here in Cameron County. We have several local training providers that provide the training. What we do is we help provide the funding assistance so that individuals that may be short of funds to be able to go into some type of post-secondary training can enter those trainings with our financial assistance. If you're not sure what you want to study, we offer career exploration. We have staff that are trained to show you how to explore careers, maybe find something that you hadn't thought about before. Every step of the way, we offer career counseling. So whether you're just interested in doing some career exploration, but you don't necessarily need to receive any other services, we're there to assist you. If you do wind up receiving financial assistance from us, every step of the way while you're in training, we have a career counselor that's dedicated, assigned to you to help you with any impediments that might come your way. And the goal is to help you complete training successfully so you can enter a career. For students, again, the other things that we have to offer is work-based training opportunities. We're actually recruiting a lot right now. So if you're a student in high school or even in college and you're thinking about getting some training, so on-the-job training while you're going to school that aligns with your field of study, give us a call. Come by our office, and what we can do is we can provide some work-based training opportunities for you where you're actually placed with a local business. And you are paid while you're working. So this can help offset, again, put a little bit of money in your pocket, help offset some of your costs while you're going to school, and you're learning about the real world of work in the field that you've chosen. So it's a win-win both ways. If you have ever thought about, I know early on they talked about career opportunities. If you've ever thought about going into the human services field, while we don't necessarily consider ourselves human services, the services that we do provide it is a human service. Helping people get a leg up, helping people get training, helping people get jobs. That's a human service. Maybe not in the traditional sense of what human services is normally considered, but we also are an employer. And so on a regular basis, we have job openings for what we call career coaches, which are the people that do the career counseling for individuals that we work with. We also hire job developers that help people that we're working with transition into jobs once they've completed their training. And again, we are a business, so we have a finance department. So if you're looking for a job in the finance field, in accounting, we have jobs for you. If you're a data analyst, a computer person, there's jobs at Workforce Solutions for you. We also have jobs in HR, and of course, none of this runs without some sort of management. So we also have management positions. Normally, those are people that grow from within, but depending on the position, there's times when we might look at hiring somebody from the outside that's got the relevant experience that can help us achieve our goals by serving individuals. So with that, I encourage you to look us up. We are actually having a career training fair tomorrow online. It's a virtual event. I encourage you to visit our Facebook page at WFS Solutions. At Workforce Solutions Cameron, or follow us on Twitter at WFS Cameron, where you can find information about our Train for Success career fair tomorrow that's happening from 9 to noon. It's a free event. The other thing I want to, as I mentioned free, I also want to let you all know that for anybody that receives our services, that qualifies to receive our services, all of the services that you receive from us are at no cost to you. I don't want to say they're free because they are paid for. They're just not paid for by the people that receive those services. And so with that, I want to thank all of y'all for participating today. I hope you've gotten a lot of really good information. And don't forget Workforce Solutions when you're looking for training and job opportunities.
Thank you, Mr. Castillo. I definitely appreciate that. Yes, I mean, you all do a lot of great work for high school students and beyond. I have a good friend that works for Workforce Solutions, and I always see his postings about the upcoming job and career fairs and then opportunities that you all are promoting. So I definitely appreciate all the work you've done, along with all the opportunities that you've allowed RGV Lead in partnering with us for the past several years for our Education and Career Expo. We definitely appreciate Mr. Hobbs and team in helping us with this endeavor, and we appreciate it. All right. Next we have, I'm going to turn myself off real quick. Next we have Martha Warburton, I believe I said that correct, from Texas Southmost College. Program of study is social work. There is a video, and then she is with us, so she's able to, after the video, turn on camera and mic and share any additional information, ask any questions. So without further ado.
Social work. It's a field focused on helping people, and the career opportunities are endless. An Associate of Arts in Social Work at Texas Southmost College will not only prepare you to transfer to most bachelor programs throughout Texas, but it will also provide you the 60 credit hours you need for many state careers.
One of the things I love about the profession is the diversity. More than half of the mental health services in the United States are delivered by licensed clinical social workers. So if you're interested in an entrepreneurial, I'm going to own my business and be a licensed counselor, a clinical counselor, you can do that.
Examples of other career opportunities include therapy for individuals, families, marriages, and children, social workers for school districts, and emergency social workers in hospitals and police departments.
Because our students do hands-on volunteer work, they also develop some contacts in the community. If they decide that instead of moving on for a bachelor's degree, they would like to be employed, it's easier for them because they've had it and they've done it as part of their volunteer work class. If you think about the changes that people have in their lives and the life challenges that can hit a person and the places where you're going to need someone to help you and someone who will be on your side and not making money off of you, chances are a social worker is one of the people who will be there.
All right, we definitely appreciate the information. I believe Warburton's with us. If you want to join us, you're able to.
I'm here, I think, on audio. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, we can.
Great. I'm not able to get my computer to work with the webinar for some reason on the camera.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, thank you for being with us. It seems like, Texas Southmost College and the social work program of study is a great thing for students that, to continue their education and take that first step in moving into that career field that, in the different fields that it talked about. What else can you share in regards to maybe in the Rio Grande Valley, maybe some salary figures or opportunities locally here in the Rio Grande Valley, we would appreciate that information.
It really varies depending on where the student starts and stops in their career.
Okay.
With a 2-year degree, the jobs are not the licensed positions. To be a licensed social worker, you do need to have a 4-year degree or a master's degree, depending on the level of licensure that you're taking the exam for. And so for that, for students who know that that's where they want to go, they would be looking at salaries similar to a person who would be starting in, say, teaching full-time. So a social worker, a licensed social worker, would be paid similarly to a teacher. And that takes then the 4 years or the master's degree. And with the master's degree, you can earn really considerably more. It depends on, do you want to work in mental health, in rehab, in family therapy? Are you interested more in the public sector or in the private sector? Public jobs tend to pay a little bit less, but they're very rewarding, and definitely being paid like a public school teacher is clearly a living wage. And then there are people who go on to be the administrators of social service agencies, and administrators of large, maybe statewide agencies. And there again, a master social worker would be open to those executive level jobs. So it's really, the sky is the limit. It's a very, very diverse field. But with an Associate of Arts, we have students get hired for jobs that pay in the neighborhood of probably up to about $14 or $15 an hour, double the minimum. It really varies. I know that they have been hiring, for example, at Good Neighbor Settlement House that was just featured. They hire people in anywhere from $10 to $15 an hour. So it just depends on where you're going and what you're doing. I have had students work for Niños, the Head Start agency, as family service workers. That pays a living wage. It pays less than a public school teacher, but certainly as much as their lead teachers in their daycares. So it's really varied, Ms. Rodriguez, really varied.
Well, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
We do have articulation agreements with UTRGV, so that if you start at TSC, let's say you're not sure what you want to do. So you start at TSC, you take the social work class, you do those volunteer experiences and realize you like it and this is for you. You don't lose your credits, because we have an agreement where you just smoothly go over to the 4-year program.
And that's a good thing, that a lot of the local colleges have with UTRGV and some other institutions of higher education. I know I personally, when I went through college, I transferred, and some of my courses didn't transfer. And it was,
very frustrating.
Very frustrating, considered a loss of money, because you've already paid to take the class, you've passed it successfully, and then you move into a bigger institution and they're not, that's not a transferable course. Luckily, we have TSC and others here locally in the Rio Grande Valley that have these partnerships and agreements in place for you students to be able to do that, for social work, for others that I've heard of from presenters. And it makes you have a peace of mind. So I definitely appreciate, Ms. Warburton, the information that you shared. I definitely appreciate all the work you're doing with Texas Southmost College, along with the other panelists that are with us. One of the common things that I've heard from a lot of our panelists is that your career, when you wake up and you're excited to go to work, and I might butcher this, but it's not a career, it's something that you love to do, right?
It's not just a job.
It's not just a job, exactly.
It's more than that. I smile going to work every day. And
most definitely.
that is the kind of life experience that we want for our students. And Texas Southmost College very definitely doesn't want students to waste their money. You know, Texas Southmost College, if anything, has lowered tuition. And we are always looking for creative ways to be even better at helping students finance their tuition. So I think to use TSC for your first 2 years with all of the transfer agreements that we have in place ends up being economical and a good quality education, because those of us who work at a community college are people who love to teach.
Yeah.
Well, we're smiling about teachers as well as I'm smiling about being a social worker, but I'm smiling right now as I talk, thinking about our students and our community.
Oh yes, most definitely. And you know, all the students that have attended all our sessions, you know, we definitely, you know, as business professionals, as educators, we're here for you. We want to see you succeed, and that's, you know, that's the bottom line. When you succeed, the Rio Grande Valley continues to succeed, and that's what we want for our communities. So we thank you, Ms. Warburton. We thank you, Ms. Wickett, and Mr. Castillo for being on with us. Let me see. Trying to go through the slides. We'd like to thank once again our partners, obviously Rio Grande RGV Lead, which I'm the executive director for, along with Workforce Solutions Cameron. We are the main partners for this expo, along with additional sponsors like Texas Gas Service, who's a gold sponsor, and the Harlingen Manufacturers Association. We definitely appreciate those employers and entities for assisting us complete this. And we couldn't have done all this without our Expo Committee. We had representation from all of our higher ed institutions. As you can see on the screen, we had several different school districts with us, along with several places of employment, as you can see. So we definitely appreciate them. We started the process in June. We wanted to make sure that this was a successful event virtually. We knew there was going to be some technological hiccups along the way, which we have seen, but we've tried to weather the storm, and we're going to continue to move forward to make sure that this is the best opportunity for students here in the Rio Grande Valley, especially for you juniors and seniors that are with us, to be able to move forward and be successful. That's what we want. So at this time, that ends this webinar. However, our committee has put together an opportunity for you students. We put together a survey. So if you take out your phones, some of you might be in class, I understand. So if you can't do that, take out your phones, put the camera up to that QR code. It will take you to a survey. It'll take you to a survey, complete the survey, submit it. You have the opportunity to win several different items. We have Chromebooks, we have wireless earbuds, we have wireless printers, portable phone chargers. We have How to Get the Job books by author Todd Ayton, who was a presenter yesterday with us. And he said that if you win the book and you want to get it signed, you're able to go down to the Krispy Kremes there in Brownsville, I believe, and get it signed. So we definitely appreciate him for doing that. And we definitely appreciate all our panelists for sharing the information for the students, for the educators, and anybody else that's with us. At this time, this ends our webinar. This link for the survey will get sent out via email as well, just in case you might have missed it. And you have until November. Our drawing is going to be November the 10th. It's going to be a live drawing on our Facebook page, RGV Lead. So make sure you go and like our Facebook page. And we're going to do it live. You have the opportunity to win one item. However, you can complete one survey per session. So there's 20 sessions. That means if I complete all 20 sessions, I put my name in the hat 20 different times for opportunities. So we wish everybody luck on that. And then we hope to see you at here at 11 o'clock for health science, and then at 1 o'clock also for health science. Thank you all so much, and you all have a great day.